So, you've just landed in Tbilisi, bags in hand, a few days to spend, and absolutely no clue what to do. Don't worry, we've got you. From steamy sulfur baths to underground wine bazaars and a bustling creative scene, this is the ultimate 5-day itinerary for Tbilisi, Georgia. And stick around till the end to get insider tips so you know exactly how to keep the trip smooth and stress-free. Day 1. Soak in sulfur baths, sip wine, and stroll through Old Town magic. It's day 1 and we're off to an easy start. With slow sips, scenic walks, and a literal dip into Tbilisi's steamy charm, this is the perfect way to explore the coolest city in the Caucasus and one of Europe's most underrated destinations. But if you're feeling the jet lag, don't worry, we've lined up a relaxed first day to match your pace. And what better way to shake off the travel fog than with a soak in Tbilisi's legendary sulfur baths in the heart of Old Town? Before we dive in, quite literally, let's hook you up with a comfy place to stay and wheels to Rome. If you want a stylish place to unwind, soaked in local charm, Fabrica Hostel and Suites offers shared twins from €45 in a former Soviet sewing factory. Total hipster heaven. With a cafe we'll be swinging by later. Prefer boutique comfort near tourist attractions? Hotel Manufactura in Alvabari is steps from the baths and metro, with inviting charm and amazing breakfasts for around €136. Here's an insider tip. For max freedom, rent a car through local rent, just €28 a day to roam like a local. Now back to our Tbilisi Day 1 lineup. Let's make our way to those steamy, healing baths and kick off this adventure in true style. Aim for 8:30 a.m. if you want the bath to yourself, or stroll in later if you don't mind some bath buddies. If you're chasing Instagrammable moments, Orbegliani Bathhouse is the perfect spot. Only 8 to 10 minutes from the hotels we mentioned, this place is straight up magic. With its jaw-dropping blue and white mosaic facade, it looks like it was ripped from the pages of a fairy tale. Believe us when we say this. Slipping into a warm mineral soak will melt your travel stress right off. The entry will cost you around €19 to €26, which is a steal for the spa day of your dreams. After relaxing and recharging, it's time to get some authentic Georgian food. A quick 7-minute drive away is Ode, a cozy little venue with delicious food options, an excellent wine collection, and live piano. Once you've had your fill of the incredible local cuisine, it's time to walk it off and step into Tbilisi's Old Town magic, which is luckily only a few minutes away. Head into the Kala Castle District and continue through Salobie, where winding alleys, weathered facades, and ornate balconies create a cinematic backdrop at every turn. If you're into snapping photos or soaking up street life, you'll love it here. Old Tbilisi stretches across Bani, Bedlemi Street, and the maze-like streets of Old Maidani Square. While Shardani Street and the Cotton Roads draw plenty of visitors, Salobie offers a quieter side of the city. Broad, tree-lined streets and elegant old buildings that hint at Tbilisi's layered history. If you really want to get to know the area, join a walking tour listed in the video description. Some guides will even show you hidden courtyards and secret wonders you'd never find on your own. For lunch, head to Rame Bani in the Chugureti neighborhood, just a 13-minute drive from Salobie. The area itself is well worth exploring. With its eclectic appeal and dynamic streetscape, slide into one of the 2 inviting dining areas or take in the breeze from the summer terrace as you wait for your food. The must-try dish here is the khinkali with nanugi cheese. These juicy dumplings are a Georgian staple, and nobody does them as good as this little eatery. Lunch here is about €19 per person, and it's worth every bite. After lunch, we suggest you drop by Wine Factory N1, also known as Gvinis Garkana, which is only an 8-minute ride away from our lunch location. This is a beautifully restored 19th century complex that once served as a major hub for wine production during the Russian Empire and Soviet era. Designed in 1894-96 by Russian architect Alexander Ozerov and bankrolled by Georgian brandy baron David Sarazishvili, the space was abandoned for decades before being transformed into a cultural hotspot in 2017. As golden hour hits, make your way to Sioni Cathedral. Just a 10-minute ride away from the wine factory, this 6th century beauty is the perfect way to wind down. Look up at the frescoes, listen for monks chanting, and take a moment to feel the stillness before you go out for dinner and call it a day. Speaking of dinner, your first one in Tbilisi should definitely be at Anor, back in Chugureti. Order the mitsvadi, perfectly grilled meat skewers that deliver a 10 out of 10 experience. And don't worry, non-meat options like pan-fried potatoes and ajap sandali or the eggplant stew are on point too. Dinner here is also budget-friendly and runs around 19 euros per person. Following that amazing dinner, make your way back and rest up because tomorrow we're heading beyond the city center to a monument that looks like something from another world. And later, you'll get a taste of Tbilisi's after-dark energy that most visitors miss. Day 2. Monumental sights and a little bar-hopping fun. Take your time this morning. After yesterday's deep dive into Tbilisi's soul, you deserve a lazy morning and a chance to recharge before we head out to one of the city's most surreal sights. So sleep in, stretch out, and get yourself a big, filling breakfast. You're going to need the fuel. Now, let's fast forward to the afternoon because this next spot is unlike anything you've seen. Flag a taxi from Freedom Square and set your sights on Kini Hill, which is about a 40-minute ride away, costing around 10 euros. At the top, overlooking the north side of the city, is the Chronicle of Georgia, a towering, never-quite-finished monument that feels more like a forgotten artwork than a tourist attraction. It was designed in the 80s by Chronicle, Georgia's most famous sculptor, and it's nothing short of epic. The Chronicle is a massive set of 16 pillars, each wrapped in intricate blackened metal reliefs that tell the story of Georgia's 3,000-year history and its deep roots in Christianity. There's no gate, no entrance fee, and no official hours. It's open 24/7, 365 days a year, which makes the whole thing feel even more surreal. As you climb the long set of stairs toward the monument, keep an eye out for stone scrolls at the base, inscribed with the most important moments in Georgian history. Right next to the monument is the Annunciation Church, a much smaller building but no less fascinating. Instead of traditional painted icons, the entire interior is decked out in cloisonné enamel murals. Every wall and every inch of ceiling is rich, radiant, and totally unique. Food options are scarce up here, so pack a light lunch and enjoy it somewhere with a view of the Tbilisi Sea glinting in the distance. It's quiet, peaceful, and honestly, a great location to just sit and reflect. When you're ready to descend from the clouds and rejoin the buzz of the city, pop over to the Chugureti neighborhood for dinner at Oro, one of the best spots in town for delicious Megrelian cuisine. The name translates to shadow, but the food here is anything but hidden. Order the chicken in base sauce, a creamy walnut masterpiece, and the crispy mushrooms, which are golden, rich, and ridiculously good. The place itself is stunning too. Sculptural walls, traditional carpets, and the soft glow of candlelight. If you dine here, it's about 19 euros for a very satisfying meal. Now, if you've still got some energy, end the night with a little bar hopping. Start a few minutes away at Nino Maris Wine Selection in Old Tbilisi, perfect for people watching with a glass of dry amber in hand. You could also wander back to Chugureti, where you'll find wine merchants serving charcuterie boards and ferment wine bistro tucked away in the heart of the old town, pouring natural wines and good conversations well into the night. Don't set your alarm too early, but get ready. Day 3 is all about rare sounds, local finds, and a fortress climb that will give you a whole new perspective on Tbilisi. Day 3. Colorful markets and fortress views. We're starting today with a dose of sacred sounds. A visit to Anchiskhati Basilica is a must, where the famous Anchiskhati choir performs their mesmerizing Georgian polyphony. These rich, multi-layered harmonies will transport you straight into the heart of Georgia's cultural and spiritual world. The choir sings during daily mass, but the Sunday service at 10 a.m. is the most spectacular. This church is only a 10-minute walk from Freedom Square, so you can easily make your way there first thing in the morning. And before you leave for the day, eat a hearty breakfast to energize yourself for what's ahead. After soaking in the music and history of the Basilica, it's time to immerse yourself in the lively scene of Tbilisi's Dry Bridge Market. This open-air flea market is only a 12-minute walk away from the church and is packed with all sorts of quirky and unique items. From Soviet-era memorabilia to vintage antiques, it's especially lively on weekends, so if you're in town on a Saturday or Sunday, you're in for a treat. The market stretches across the bridge, and you'll find everything from old war medals to vinyl records, Soviet cameras, and even Christmas decorations. You can easily wander for hours, but make sure you're ready to haggle a bit. Bartering is part of the fun here. Once you've found some treasures to take back home with you, check out the nearby Kaleidoscope House, a 6-minute ride away, where you can snap some colorful photos of the beautiful stained glass windows. The patterns are especially mesmerizing when the afternoon sun hits just right. If you're feeling like a little extra sightseeing, swing by the Freedom Bridge and marvel at the modern architecture. For lunch, walk next door to Samya, a restaurant where traditional Georgian flavors meet contemporary cooking techniques. Their khachapuri is a must-try, but really, everything on the menu is incredible. Whether you're looking for a cozy, intimate setting or just a quick but delicious bite, Samya hits the right spot. You should expect to pay around 22 euros for a satisfying meal here. In the afternoon, we'll make our way to Reich Park, which is only 4 minutes away, and take the cable car up to Narikala Fortress for some sightseeing. The ride is 2 euros and offers breathtaking views of the city. Once you're at the top, explore the ancient fortress and take in the panoramic sights. If you have some extra time, take a 6-minute ride to the botanical gardens or check out the Legtakavi waterfalls just below the hill. The walk back down will bring you past the iconic Mother of Georgia statue, which makes for the perfect photo op. As we venture into the evening, take a short walk to the Zoroastrian Fire Temple, one of the oldest structures in Tbilisi. Dating back to the 5th or 7th century, the temple survived the 1795 invasion and remains a fascinating peek into the city's history. It's tucked away in a private residence now, so if you want to go inside, you'll need to knock on the door and hope someone's home to let you in. The area around the temple is a labyrinth of steep streets and wooden balconies, making it a beautiful atmospheric spot to explore. Following the temple, go to Pictogramma, located in the Bani neighborhood. This Kivzorian eatery is only 10 minutes away and offers hearty, authentic regional dishes like mountain khinkali and kusurbo with ribs. It's a hidden spot with a rustic, quaint vibe and a truly unique food experience, all for around 22 euros. After dinner, if you're still up for some nightlife, check out one of the nearby wine bars or bistros for a late drink and unwind after a full day. Hope you're ready for a change of scenery. Tomorrow, we're trading city streets for wild, colorful landscapes and a monastery carved right into the rock. This is a side of Georgia you'll never forget. Day 4, journey to the Rainbow Mountains and Monasteries of the past. Picture yourself atop hills streaked with color as if painted by hand, then stepping into a 6th century monastery carved into the cliffs, where every stone has a story. Start your day with breakfast at your hotel, then embark on a private tour with Friendly.ge from 177 euros to the Rainbow Mountains and David Gareja Monastery. Choose your departure between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and prepare for a day of jaw-dropping landscapes and soul-stirring cultural discoveries. The David Gareja Monastery, a 6th century monastic site, is set in a dramatic desert landscape and features unique rock-cut architecture that will take you back in time. It's an incredible site for exploration and reflection. Afterwards, head to the Rainbow Mountains, where you'll either hike through the dazzling mineral-rich hills or take a more relaxed climb to catch incredible views and snap some amazing photos. After your Rainbow Mountains adventure, settle in for a lunch that's pure Chugureti soul. Think hearty, flavor-packed dishes at an inviting local restaurant, where the warmth of the welcome rivals the food. Your Friendly.ge tour ensures every bite celebrates the region's culinary roots. As the sun climbs higher, roll out to Martkopi Monastery, a serene, active retreat nestled in nature's embrace. Feeling energetic? Tackle an optional SEO meter hike to a tower with panoramic views that'll steal your breath. From there, a quick 19-minute drive lands you at Tbilisi National Park, where the scenery shifts with the seasons, vibrant greens in summer or tranquil snowscapes in winter, begging for a quiet moment or a perfect photo. By dinner, you'll be back in Tbilisi, ready for a meal at Salobie, where Georgian comfort food gets a modern twist. Try the mushrooms in kinzmari or quinoa gomi, served in a space filled with vintage posters and antiques. A meal here runs about 19 euros, and every euro is worth it for the flavors. Later, wind down with a leisurely walk through Tbilisi's buzzing streets, soaking in the city's cultural heartbeat, or head back to your hotel for a well-earned rest. As you drift off under the starry sky, get ready for a final day that's all about unleashing your inner artist and soaking up the city's creative pulse. Tomorrow, you'll wander through a Soviet-era factory turned art haven, uncover Georgia's storied past in a must-see museum, and lose yourself in a neighborhood where every corner hums with charm. Day 5 is your chance to tie it all together. Don't miss it. Day 5, Tbilisi's artistic heritage and memorable farewell. Begin your final morning with a celebrated buffet breakfast at Fabrica Hostel, where fresh pastries, seasonal fruits, and robust coffee prepare you for a day of exploring the city's creative and cultural treasures. After breakfast, it's a quick 10-minute ride from Hotel Manufactura to Fabrica Creative Space, a former factory now alive with street art, cafes, boutiques, and artisan workshops. Its exterior showcases bold street art, while the interior bustles with cafes, bars, boutiques, and artisan workshops. Visit Ceramic Studio 1300 to browse hand-painted tableware and unique clay gemstones crafted by local artisans. For lunch, you'll enjoy Fabrica Tbilisi Bar and Cafe, savoring some of Tbilisi's finest coffee alongside light, flavorful dishes. Expect to spend 8 to 12 euros for a satisfying meal. Next, head a few blocks along Rustaveli Avenue to the National Museum of Georgia, about an 8-minute journey. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. This premier museum offers a captivating journey through Georgia's history with artifacts spanning centuries. Tickets are 9 euros, and first-time visitors will appreciate the insightful exhibits. Allow 90 minutes to explore its collections. With the afternoon ahead, visit the Art Palace in Chugureti, housed in a striking 19th century mansion. The museum is filled with hand-painted frescoes and ornate fireplaces. Plan for 60 to 75 minutes to delve into its exhibits, which require some reading. At 1.7 euros per ticket, it's an exceptional value for art enthusiasts. As the evening approaches, make your way to Iakobi's Ezo in Vera, a neighborhood known for its elegant homes and cobbled lanes. The restaurant's menu features dishes like Abkhazian bourguignon and cauliflower steak, with outdoor seating in summer and a cozy listening bar indoors. In summer, the outdoor seating is ideal, while the indoor listening bar with its vinyl music sessions creates a relaxed, inviting atmosphere. A meal here averages 22 euros, offering a memorable dining experience. Conclude your adventure with a gentle walk through Vera's picturesque streets, just steps from Iakobi's Ezo. Elegant homes, cobbled lanes, and an artistic ambiance provide a serene contrast to the city's energy. If you're inclined, stop by a local cafe for a final Georgian coffee before returning to your hotel, filled with unforgettable memories. Now, before we get to the insider tips, let's break down the budget. According to the costs we've outlined throughout the video, here's your breakdown for 5 amazing days in Tbilisi. For accommodations, expect to spend anywhere between 544 and 883 euros, depending on where you stay. For food and drink, you'll want to budget between 275 and 400 euros for an epic culinary adventure. As for transportation, a budget of about 141 euros will keep you moving around the city comfortably. Overall, it doesn't matter whether you're on a budget or treating yourself to something a little fancier, Tbilisi is ready to deliver incredible experiences at any price. Insider tips. To make your journey seamless, here are 4 practical tips to navigate like a pro. First, download the Bolt app before you arrive. Its ride-sharing is cheaper than taxis and perfect for hopping between spots like Fabrica and Rustaveli Avenue, with fares around 2 to 5 euros for short trips. Second, get a Metro Money card at any metro station for 2 euros. It covers buses and the subway, saving time on cash fares, especially for Day 3's Reich Park cable car. Third, visit markets like Drybridge early in the morning, around 8 a.m., to beat the crowds and score the best deals on Soviet-era treasures. Finally, carry a reusable water bottle. Tbilisi's tap water is safe, and you'll stay hydrated during walks through Vera or hikes in the Rainbow Mountains. Bonus, if you have more time. Got an extra day or two? Extend your trip with these 3 unforgettable attractions. First, explore Mitsketa, Georgia's ancient capital, a 30-minute drive north from Tbilisi, about 10 euros by Bolt. This UNESCO World Heritage Site boasts the Svetitskovali Cathedral, an 11th century masterpiece with soaring frescoes, and Jvari Monastery, perched on a hill with sweeping views of the Aragvi River. Entry is free, but a guided tour costs 50 to 70 euros for deeper insights. Pack a picnic to enjoy by the river. Next, head to Guldani Lake, a serene escape just a 15-minute ride from Chugureti. Perfect for a relaxed afternoon, this urban oasis offers paddle boat rentals, €5 per hour, and scenic trails for a quiet ride. Ideal after Day 5's art-filled bustle. Finally, visit Tbilisi Open-Air Museum of Ethnography, a 20-minute drive west from Vera. This hillside museum showcases traditional Georgian houses from across the country, with guided tours, €3, that bring rural history to life. Pair it with a sunset view of the city for a perfect close to your trip. That's a wrap on your perfect 5-day Georgian adventure soaked in culture, epic food, and unforgettable sights. Want more expertly crafted itineraries? Don't miss our deep dives into magical Madrid, romantic Rome, and the hidden sights of Bosnia. We're here every week with fresh guides to help you travel smarter, deeper, and more inspired. See you in the next one!